Let's see what they can conjure up. Nasser Maher lining it up. Goes deep, and the keeper misses it. Still a chance here for Zamalek to take the lead. Oh, it's a goalkeeping mistake there from Brandon Peterson, and Kaizer Chiefs concede early on here. Perfect start for the visitors. There's Coach Ahmed Abdel Rauf. Will be delighted. A man who's coming for some criticism. He's in a caretaker role here as a manager, but he is coming for some criticism, especially following defeats. Again, a defeat against Al Ahly. In fact, they've lost twice already to Al Ahly this season. Have a look at this. A keeper. Oh.
Why do you come out and you can't get to the end of the ball? That's Brandon Peterson. Why would you want to commit? And that's your area where you have, it's in the 16 area, that's an area where you are expected to dominate. And that mistake has led to Zamalek scoring that goal. And it's early stages of the game, the pressure is on Chiefs. Can they bounce back? It's only 3 minutes and they've already conceded.
He forced the corner.
I like the posture of saying we can bounce back. We can bounce back, that's the posture, but then mistakes that they're committing as well. Zamalek at the back, under pressure. Good response from Chiefs thus far.
In comes the corner. Zamalek get it away. Solomons, who got the equalizer last week. A well-worked goal it was as well. Beautiful individual goal.
His game has improved defensively. The qualities are quite high now. He's always been one of those that offers a lot going forward. The confidence, the technique, and the good one twice gets a goal.
Well, that's a good thing about conceding an early goal. If ever there is a good side to conceding early, is that there's still a long way to go in the game. And it's about gaining, just regrouping and go again. There's no need to depart from whatever game plan would have been put in place. It's still way too early for that.
I wanted to comment on that. I'm glad that you mentioned that you still have to maintain the discipline, tactical discipline. Because if you start getting all desperate and venturing forward and dismantle the whole system, you're likely to get punished.
Now, Solomons cutting inside, still Solomons going. It was a similar kind of run, mazy run that led to him scoring a brilliant individual goal last weekend to put Chiefs back on level terms, only for them to suffer heartbreak in stoppage time of that game against Al Masri. Well, close to stoppage time. In the 87th minute they conceded. Gaston Serino, my word, that was some attempt earlier on from range to the pick keeper off his line as he looked to combine with Shabalala there. So Shabalala's pass just a little heavy.
That combination could be deadly. Both players very skillful. An eye for good pass, good weight to it as well.
Gaston Serino. Oh my word! Oh, not again! Oh no, it won't count. It won't count. It was Jaziri who thought he was in for a second there as Inacio Miguel was trying to guide the ball back. Take a look at the replay here.
There's a foul, and I think that's where the mistake is. There's a foul. That just that push.
Gets to put his hands in his back and
does that push. But it is a sign.
A warning.
It's a warning that if you find Miguel being alone in that defense and being put under pressure, it's a sign that they're not organized Chiefs defensively. I think they're starting to panic because they conceded early. So they're sort of losing the shape at the back, and that's crucial to just balance themselves, not rush things, just consolidate in that defense, but start going forward, and they are on the right-hand side if you look at it. They've been progressive on that right-hand side.
Inacio Miguel, of course, the man that was culpable for the goal, the winning goal for Al Masri last weekend when he tried to clear a ball and completely missed the ball, allowing And he sent it back to toe poke the ball home. So you could hear even the reaction of the crowd after that moment that he's going to be a man under pressure. That was an attempt from Gaston Sirinya, desperately unlucky. It would have been a spectacular goal and would have been great reward for his vision there. And of course, Sirinya is a player with the Champions League experience. He's got 14 goals in the Champions League, although of course on his days with the 13 goals rather that he scored in 45 appearances in the CAF Champions League.
This man has stabilized the Chiefs' defensive midfield. Was there a foul there?
I don't know that there was
no,
a
there
foul
wasn't.
there.
There wasn't. And I'm about to say they are leading 1-0. The experience of playing against teams in Egypt, there's this thing called time management and breaking up the movement of the flow of the game.
Game management, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and gamesmanship as well. There'll be no shortage of that, you can rest assured. But they'll play with a bit of freedom now that they have the lead here. Zamalek. Good work from Dylan Solomons. Back to Zeta Kwinika. Goes long, looking for the run of Hugo Daro. Leads the line once again. Preferred to start up front in place of, or rather ahead of Flavio da Silva, who came off the bench.
There's another player who is going to go. Is it Sirinya?
Looks like Shabala. Is it Sirinya?
I think so.
That's that changes the plans completely now. If you're having to make 2 changes within the first 20 minutes, that will have a huge impact on the way the Chiefs go about their work here, as it means it limits their options going as the longer the game goes on. If they want to change, they will now only be able to make 3 more changes. And
you see, the changes that they've had to make, it's not tactical, it's more injuries to the team. But I also think that it also talks to the depth of the squad, because of being part of the Confederations Cup and participating in all of this competition that are here in South Africa. It also says a lot in terms of the depth they have.
Tetwa took his eye off the ball there momentarily. Kwinika. Tetwa wide to Shabalala, to Vilarazi. Crowd gets excited when he gets in the ball, on the ball. He is a skillful player. Starting to get more game time than he did last season. He's yet to really force his way into the starting lineup, though it could be a chance yet there for Zamalek, but too many gold jerseys to try and get around. Brandon Peterson comes out to make the save, pick up the ball. Good defending this time.
It's great defending. They're leaving dangerous though for me, Chiefs, because if you allow the ball to get into that box, I mean, Johan is a very tricky player, left-footed player, very skillful. They need to be on the alert.
Dylan Solomons.
Now, one of the lessons they've got to learn when they're playing at this stage is to say every team they're going to play against is going to put them under pressure in the first 10 minutes to test their qualities defensively and how they deal with pressure. And if they crack, they're going to concede a goal. Now you've got to try and regroup and realign and try and do things. Champions League, Confederations Cup, it's not that easy.
Digodaro with a touch on it, will come through to Modi, and still onside here. Shabalala. Did he keep that one in play? No, the answer is
an offside.
not. The indication also seems to be, a signal seems to be offside.
Color, guys. Stand by purple. Roll purple, right?
Was there an offside? Let's have a look at that.
I don't know.
That's very much, you know, but hey, man is very close to the action.
Brendan Peterson. Already been breached. There's Brendan Peterson. Crowd also getting a little bit edgy.
Okay, cut 3. Stand by 1. Cut 1.
Zita Kwiniga. Jetwa. Clipping a ball into the box there for Shabalala. A little bit too much on that one.
It's a promising move. I mean, you can tell that the build-up phase looks good. The position making to try and engage the strikers. Nice little chip there.
And take drone.
It's away there from.
Go backwards, drone, move, keep moving,
to
keep moving, drone, keep moving.
Shabalala.
Stand by to cut 2. On YouTube, cut 1. That's fine. Keep going, drone. Okay, never mind. Stand by 3. Did it work?
This is going to be an interesting battle to watch.
Stand by 1, take 1.
Still getting instructions to try and balance things in that midfield. He looks a little bit confused in terms of what is expected of him.
It's Coach Ben Youssef. Together with Cedric Kaze, of course, the men that are in charge now.
So now, Serena is no longer there, because I think for me, his experience in that midfield was key to try and dictate terms. Now, they've got to try and realign things. Someone has got to say, I'm going to take charge. And that's very crucial at this stage. Someone has to say, I'm taking charge of these midfields to make things happen.
All the way back to Brandon Peterson. Bahuye. Kwiniga. Of course, Lewan Mabuye is another with Champions League experience from his days at Mamelodi Sundowns.
Very key for the team.
Jetwa. As the Chiefs currently are unbeaten against at home against Egyptian opposition.
You've just restored hope.
That is, yeah.
You've just restored, yes. You've just restored hope to say it is possible to bounce back. You might have conceded early, 26 minutes into this game. You've got to try and raise things and make things happen.
It is, of course, this is a venue that Kaizer Chiefs have used on many occasions as a home ground, as an alternative home ground. But this is the first time they've played a CAF club competition game at the Peter Mugaba Stadium.
They actually enjoy good support.
Yeah, that's football wide now to Lagazi. Easily cleared away. Chiefs keeping it positive. Mtetwa. Maboye, who's seen quite a lot of that ball in that midfield area. Oh, that looks like a corner. No, referee.
Is he keeping? No.
I don't know that he kept
keeping? Yes, finally.
Corner for Kaizer Chiefs. Back with live pictures. They forced another one here.
It's a good spell for Chiefs. They just have to make use of this options they have in terms of getting a goal through set pieces, corners.
Flagazi, he'll be on set piece duty now that he is on the field. Goes for the outswinger. Igodaro competing, but missing out. Zamalek come away with it now, looking to start an attack there with Banza. Defending, well, there could be problems here. Man wide on the Alvina, who is looking a real live wire down the right hand side. Juan Alvina.
Very skillful player, operating on that right hand side, cuts it in with that left foot.
It's Chico Banza, the Angolan international. Signed from a Portuguese club. There's Banza.
The resemblance with Nda in terms of the dreadlocks, facial thing, but very comfortable on the ball, operating on the left hand side, offers options to bring in a cross.
Half an hour into it then, it is the visitors that lead by a goal to nil. Kaizer Chiefs conceding very early on. 3rd minute of the game. A goal scored by Sefedin Jaziri. His 3rd goal in his 3rd appearance in this season's CAF Confederation Cup. Scored 3 in 8 last season in the same competition. Because they were knocked out of the CAF Confederation Cup. Zamalek were by Stellies, probably Stellenbosch FC's most famous win, and took them a play. That was in the quarterfinals last season. Stellies went on to the semis where they bowed out. Little shove in the back there of Dylan Solomons by Banza.
The one thing that welcome to this stage, it's definitely a foul, but he wasn't too happy at all, Solomons.
Looks like the referee, Mr. Uikunda, will have his work cut out here in his first match in charge of a CAF club competition.
He needs to take control.
10 minutes to go to the break, just over 10 minutes. So referee signals throw in for Kaizer Chiefs. Mtetwa. Lagaza keeps it moving once the return ball. Solomons couldn't get it past his marker. Here's Mabuye. Has a goal! That wasn't far. That was not far off at all from Lewam Mabuye.
Absolutely. Decisive. When he got that ball, tries to slice it more. Wasn't on target, but that's quick thinking. That's the kind of shot that could get Chiefs to bounce back. Unfortunately, it wasn't on target. More of that make a huge difference.
Still looking for his first goal in Kaizer Chiefs colours. Lewam Mabuye, who has mentioned his experience in CAF Champions League, he's got a record of 3 goals in 43 appearances in the CAF Champions League. So he's got a lot of continental experience under his belt. 10 Now, so good challenge there to stop the run of Shahata. Mohamed Shahata.
Forcing Chiefs to go into a defensive mode. Good tackle, very solid. I tell you what, when the defender commits those kind of tackles, you stand up and feel, listen, I'm in charge here. You've won the tackle.
Paseka Marco, who had to come on to replace the injured Bradley Cross, and Tatwa very nearly caught in possession. In fact, he was caught in possession. Got lucky there. Banza. Shahata.
They set up so many traps for the Chiefs. For Chiefs, particularly when they start building up from the back. There's just so many traps that they've set up for them, and they tend to lose possession in that sort of area. You need to be wary of that. Chiefs, they might get punished once more.
Free kick goes against Kaizer Chiefs. There was no contact.
No, there wasn't. There wasn't at all.
Might have maybe just pulled his groin or something as Vlagazi gets the ball in. Zamalek win it. Floated in by Winiga.
Now, when you talk about a groin injury, there's no way that you can have a groin situation and then you stand up and then you still need to run around. You need to get a bit of attention. So I think part of it is part of game management for me, because I don't buy into that.
Shabalala and Godaro. Zesco. This is looking dangerous, and from a Chiefs point of view here, and Tetwan giving good cover for Inacio Miguel. Banza, Chico Banza taking on Quinica.
That's risky. The sort of tackle that you commit, like that, you got too close. He's lucky that he did not commit a foul, but you've got to be certain when you commit such a slight tackle in the box.
Fundo Vlagas has a goal.
That's more like it.
It's to test the keeper, but didn't really get power behind that one.
It's good for the confidence for the entire team. You know, he's teasing, he gets into the right area, gets the shot on target. Not a real threat, but it's good for the confidence. See, that's the tackle I was talking about, to say, when you get to that kind of area, now you're getting into a desperate mode. And lucky, he's just lucky that he did not... I say the first 15 minutes of each half is very crucial. It was crucial for Zamalek to get that early goal. At the same time, it is crucial now for Chiefs to try and see whether they can bounce back. It also presents an opportunity for Zamalek to increase their lead. Got to be patient on the ball, try and find some gaps, exploit those. Defending in numbers, counting 5 at the back, with 4 in front of the back 4.
Mabuya's ball, trying to chip one behind the defense, and a chance here! Excuse off the side of the boot there.
You're right. Full lace is a better option. It was inviting.
Is that Fundo Vlagazi? It was indeed. Better goal. Vlagazi yet to score in the Confed Cup. It's got 1 goal in the domestic league. Yeah, it just goes off the side of the boot.
Yeah, didn't collect it well.
There's a bit of a buzz in the crowd and excitement. Just your thoughts then in terms of the playing personnel on the field. Would you be changing anything more if you were Chiefs? Have already made 3 changes, 2 injury forced, And then a tactical change there, bringing on Mfuno Vlagaze for Pule Mori. Rather bringing on Velepai for Pule Modi. Haven't quite seen him yet.
No, we haven't. But I think they need to balance two things. There's a reason something happening that we don't know much about. There's a... this is a great run.
Challenge.
That's a super run. But that challenge...
Definitely a bookable offense.
It's a bookable offense. I don't think it can be a red card.
I'm sure they saw what Solomons did last weekend when he was allowed to run with the ball in that area.
He can punish opponents.
Now this is definitely within striking range, and Fundo Vlagaze wants everybody to step away from it. This is definitely within his range. He is a small man, but he packs power.
This is power with technique as well.
Yeah. Let's see what he can produce here.
I'm expecting something special here. He looks focused.
Psyching himself up there, and like they want Mtetwa in that wall. Maybe it's a bit of a decoy there, or a target. When you use him to bend the ball around Mtetwa, Lagaze couldn't keep it down.
If it had a goal written all over it. You look at the positioning of the keeper at the time. Obi Mohammed. There was no chance that he could get to the end of that one.
Yeah, if that were on target, but it was just, it kept rising.
Yeah. They've got to keep believing. Chiefs, so far so good for them in terms of the second half.
Just one goal from Fundo Vlagaze this season, and that came in the league, and what a beauty of a goal it was as well against Orbit College. There's Tetwa lays it back to Peterson. Just over the hour mark now. Still Zamalek that lead by that 3rd minute strike by the man who's since gone off, Jaziri. So replaced by Odey Dabak, the Palestinian international. Vlagaze.
Now, we've got to talk about a team that scores early stages of the game and the responsibility that comes with it to defend your lead. You've got to be organized, you've got to be switched on all the time. You've got to play smart, you've got to have good leadership in terms of communication. Structure-wise, you've got to maintain it. And so far, when you look at Zamalek, the structure looks solid in terms of the numbers.
Let's look at Vlagaze. Just plays it behind Velepai. Marco chasing down the man and he's fouled him.
No, it's not, because it's given against him. I think he was asking for it, yes. I think it's a good decision.
That's an interesting one. Free kick goes against Juan.
Watch this, TT, watch.
Oh, that's a dive.
It's a dive.
Well spotted by referee Samuel Uikunda.
That's good referee. He was
Well, I'm surprised he didn't book him.
Yeah, he should have booked him.
That it's bookable.
Yes,
I mean, that's a simulation.
Yes.
The Brazilian there. Nearly sneaking into that near post. The keeper had to produce a save there. Mohamed Sobi.
That's sharp. That's good technique. But then again, decisive from Sobi, because he had to then concede a corner, played onto the side.
Vlagaze. Oh, it wasn't the best, but it's a handball on a Chiefs player. It wasn't the best ball in, but managed to come through there and handled in the area. was Igodaro. Igodaro that handled it. I think they were all surprised that ball managed to get through there. It looked like it wasn't the best corner or best delivery from Lagaz. Here's Chico Banza. Working it wide. Well, they've managed the game extremely well, have Zamalek to their credit. And they've been content to allow Chiefs to have possession in front of them, but they could do some damage here. The bug goes to Banza! A block from Inacio Miguel. Chiefs now can hit on the break here. Igodaro. He's got Legacy to his right. Shabalala. Shout didn't come there from Kunika to say there's a man on. Here goes Chico Banza now, inviting Dylan Solomons on to a foot race, and Solomons fouls him and he's going to be booked.
Very smart play, Banza.
Gets the ball, gets his body in between him and man, and his the defender.
When he does that, he's creating a sense of panic, Solomon. And he certainly started panicking and committed a foul.
One caution apiece then. As Dylan Solomons goes into the book and is given another attacking platform here. They scored from a set piece last time out. Not directly, but it was from a free kick that they managed to create the opportunity. A second goal here you fancy would kill off the game. And it comes and then Peterson seemed to lose the flight of the ball initially, but recovered well. And the goal kick has been given.
Yeah, the referee believed that the keeper was impeded.
Was he?
He wasn't. For me, from what I'm seeing,
was it an offside? See the man standing there, number 27, Odai Dabag, the Palestinian international, who's come on. He's come on as a sub of all 5 possible substitutes now on the ground. Oh, now on the field, Brian Mate. Thoughts there, especially on the change where sacrificing Mtetwa to bring on the more creative
well, as it is, they've got enough ammunition creatively. And we were talking about a point of reference, and I felt that Igodaro wasn't dominating that central space to make himself available there. You can have Silva coming in, but at the end of the day, it's the supply that he needs to get. And I think now they're backing up that to say they need to be supply on all angles, be it on the right. They've got to be able to do that. He's got the presence, Silva, to be able to can compete aerially. I mean, look at, he's already in the thick of things, and that's what they need, Chiefs. But he needs to get more frequent supply into that box. He's got to have options as well.
Now working it wide. Chiefs need to try and get something up, can't get past this. The marker there, Velepai. Now there could be problems here because they've got numbers in this attack. He's got options left and right. Still going. Brandon Peterson makes a great save. They were opened up there, Kaizer Chiefs.
You are so right. And the reason for that, they backpedaled too much. At some point, someone has got to commit. They backpedaled to even get into their box. That's exposing the keeper as well. So for me, it's not good defense. Someone has got to commit early.
Velepai had just yet to make an impact in the game. Free kick. Sanele Velepai, formerly with Cape Town Spurs, as you see the foul by Mfundo Vlagas. on Ahmed El Fatou. They're going to make another change. Bentaig is the player who's going to come on now for Zamalek. He's replaced Mohamed Ismail. One defender on for another. Mahmoud Bentaig is a left back. He's Moroccan international. He's played in the Chan competition for Morocco. Bentaig.
That's a solo run. At some point, once you allow him to get into the box, for me, that's you look at where they started backpedaling.
Such a dangerous player.
Someone has to commit. Rather you commit a foul outside the box, but once he's inside the box, you don't have any options.
Juan Becerra, such a dangerous player. There we see another yellow card that's been flashed. Timer is running out for Kaizer Chiefs, under 15 minutes remaining. By the way, the man who was pulled off had been booked. That's Mohamed Ismail. He was on a yellow card. Now, Philippa has done well here, racing away. Can he get the pass in here? It'll fall to Filarazi. Can he finish? Oh, Solomons.
Are you saying the Solomons that scored the Solomons that scored the beautiful goal the last time? And yes, you're right, TT. Leaning back, but what a well-worked move from that left-hand side, switching it on. The composure all the way around. He just needed to hit the target, at least. After such a well-worked move from the left onto the right, he shows class, composure.
First time we've seen Philippa now get a chance to really run at the defender. Did well to shake off his marker. And, well, he should have done better there, Solomon. He should be hitting the target from there. Credit to the defense. The defender put a bit of pressure on, but still, I felt Solomons should have been hitting the target from there. So close to making it 2 goals in 2 matches. It's just a little gets away from Shabalala. The substitutes, man, who's just come on. Mahmoud Bentaig, Moroccan, who is making his first appearance, by the way, in this season's Confed Cup.
Now, this is where experience at this level comes in. See how they're beginning to manage the game, own the ball. We saw that with Sundowns yesterday, last night. They're beginning to do the same thing. They are aware of the energy level. Now, having said that, the case, they've lost possession. But that's what they're trying to do now, Zamalek.
Chiefs probing again down that left-hand side. And Zamalek getting numbers behind the ball again. This is also where the air will start to get thin for the Zamalek players. Of course, altitude will become a factor late on in the game. Comes that harder to breathe. Now this is good running from Kwasigepele Ngobo. And in the end, it falls kindly for the goalkeeper.
They keep probing. See, that's the point of reference I'm talking about.
Great feed from Kwasigepele Ngobo. Just at the last moment there, pushed it a little bit too much and exposed it, showed too much of it to the, and also stood on the ball. In fact, that's what happened there. Trod on the ball. But they come again, Chiefs. Good spell here. And just too long for Shabalala.
It's positive.
Applying a little bit of pressure late on here.
Yeah, and it's good pressure.
They're starting to get in behind the defense of Zamalek.
Adding numbers into that box. There's options for the man in possession. That's the best way to do it.
Good idea from Philippi there, but just overhit it. Ten minutes remaining at the Peter Mugaba Stadium in this match day 2. Not the right option there. He was trying to clip a ball and then in the direction of Flavio da Silva, but I think he got that one wrong.
I think I see what he wanted to do. He wanted to commit him with that kind of pass, but it was within reach of the keeper. There's good anticipation from Obi Mohammed.
Oh, here's that man again. The danger man on this side. Oh, gets a cross in somehow. He has been a real menace as João Bezerra, the Brazilian. He has been a major thorn in the side of Kaizer Chiefs. They really had no answers for him. Velepai. Kunika, they need to get this ball upfield as quickly as they can. Time is running out. Vlagas. Shabalala wants it back. Kunika. Vlagas, Kunika. Not bad.
No.
Not bad at all, that move for Kaizer Chiefs. It's a good spell. The last 15 minutes or so, they've applied real pressure. But they need end product. They need end product.
It's a vital touch. There was anticipation there from Bilagazi, but the touch was so important because he was ready, he was switched on to get to the end of the ball. Here's the man you've been talking about. Look at the skill set, the balance, the strength that he's got, trickery. Beautiful stuff.
He is a magnificent player. There's João Alvina Bezerra, the Brazilian. Kaizer Chiefs are now a matter of 3 minutes away, plus whatever stoppages, from their first defeat to Egyptian opposition in CAF Confederation Cup at home. Zamalek, for their part, facing South African opposition for the 13th time is another one goes a begging. 13th time they're facing a South African opponent. Finally gets a rest. Can they wrap it up here? You get a save from Brandon Peterson.
Did he hurt himself? Good passage of play. Very calculative in terms of their moves when they can create a threat. Tricky ball. Switched on, good save.
Floating it in there. There's the skipper, Omar Jabé. Peterson comes out, and this time with conviction puts a punch on it.
He's been in charge. It's the last line of defense. So far, so good on his side, apart from conceding early in that second half, in that first half.
Well, he was in a way, I think. So just as you see, we're about to enter the last minute of regulation time. What a job Zamalek have done here to hold on to that early goal. Philippi with Da Silva. They've done an admirable job defensively here, have Zamalek.
And they've done it. You could look at it and say it's very simple, but they're very organized. They're structured defensively, and in the midfield as well, they're very structured.
Kunika. Job is not done yet for Zamalek though. Chico Banza gets the free kick.
This creates advantage for them. Being fouled in their own half, thus regaining possession.
They've been the form side of Zamalek, really, if you look at the record. Only one loss in their last 8 matches. And defeat in the Super Cup, in front of the Super Cup, Egyptian Super Cup. Into stoppages, and look at that, 8 minutes. That's a long time. Plenty of time for Chiefs to try and get an equalizer as Brandon Peterson comes out, and a good cover as well. Good cover from, was that Ignacio Miguel?
So you're saying enough time for Chiefs to bounce back?
Try and get an equalizer. They almost, there's also enough time for
Zamalek to actually increase it.
Get a second.
Yeah, almost.
Brendan Peterson had to get that right, otherwise that would have been a penalty. Good cover coming from Ignacio Miguel there. And as I said, was culpable for the late goals Chiefs conceded to lose on match day 1. Can they produce a late goal of their own here to rescue a point?
7 minutes, it's enough for them to can do that. They have to believe in it.
The 2 Southern African sides in this group, Zesco and Kaizer Chiefs, yet to register a point. Zesco losing for the 2nd week in a row. Losing on the wrong end of a 5-goal thriller at home to Al Masri. The match played on yesterday. Free kick has gone against Chiefs, much to the frustration of the 20,000 plus fans that have come into Peter Mugaba, but clearly that was a foul by the Silva. Pulling that Fatouth back. Still 6 minutes to play.
Is he getting booked? Yes, he is.
It's another yellow card to a Chiefs player. Picks up his first yellow in this season's Confed Cup. Could be problems, yep, but
offside.
His offside is Odai Dabag, the Palestinian international there.
Well, this is likely to happen because Chiefs are committing numbers as a result, losing shape.
So it was close.
Very close.
Very close call there. That's the Odai Dabag, yet to score in this Confed Cup. This is his first season with Zamalek. Was in Belgium last season with Charleroi. There's a fool who's run onto the field here and has been dealt with swiftly by the authorities. Will be dealt with suitably. Don't need that sort of thing. Singapile Mobo Marco playing it with Velepai. Now, who was that pass intended for? I am not sure. From Maboye. Another loose pass. That's a very tired looking pass by Kwinika. Recovers possession.
And then something goes wrong with him. I think he's cramping or something just went wrong.
It was a very tired looking pass. Kosegepele was looking for Philippi. Marco. Philippi. Cross into, it could be a chance here. Fundo Vlagazic looking to tee it up for Solomons. Oh, the keeper makes a howler. Oh, a mistake by the keeper. And guess what? Solomons gets 2 in 2. Again, he's a man who comes up with the equalizer. What a bizarre moment that was. It looked an innocuous ball in. Keeper seemed to have it under control. But somehow it slipped through his hands.
What did Mark Williams say? He talks about staying in the kitchen. Stay in the kitchen. Keep pouring everything, all the spices that you can find. And this is what happens. What a blunder. It does take a deflection.
I think it's a deflection maybe that puts the keeper off. Oh, but still went through his hands.
Yeah.
Should have just palmed it away instead of trying to catch it. But Chiefs have found a way back into the game.
Let's give them credit though as well, because the manufacturing process was just too good. Apart from the error from the keeper, but the manufacturing process, they never gave up. And like they say when they are singing, when they're in a happy mood, but they never gave up. They continue to believe that something can happen.
But it's not over yet.
No, it's not.
2 goals in 2 matches for Dylan Solomons. And can Chiefs now go and snatch all the points? They still have about a minute and a half in which to do that. In comes the cross. Fundo Vlagas was going for the spectacular there. But there's some tired bodies out there. Quiniga trying to jog back and he's struggling. In fact, it's Mabuya that was jogging back there. He's out of gas. That's credit to them. They didn't stop fighting. They've the last 20 minutes really, Chiefs have been on the front foot, and they could still maybe go on and snatch it. There's still a minute to play now.
I like their mentality of believing that it's never over. They never stop trying. Yes, they battled, they almost conceded, but they've never believed in their abilities. They've never believed that they can turn things around.
Good work from Quiniga defensively there. Mabuye. Quiniga. So the fans are urging them to get the ball forward. They smell a possible 3 points that they can steal here. And that would be a proper smash and grab if Chiefs were to go on and get a winner here. No, bo. Fundo Vlagas. Let's give it away though. And there's the final whistle right on time from referee Mr. Samuel Wikunda of Rwanda, and it's honors even here. Some really tired bodies out there. They had to dig deep, the Kaizer Chiefs, but in the end they managed to claw their way back, and having conceded late.